Dear students, today we are learning about the English poem Upagupta. So Upagupta, so this poem was written by Rabindranath Tagore. So you all know about the Rabindranath Tagore. Our national anthem was written by Rabindranath Tagore. So he was born in a affluent family. Rabindranath Tagore was born in affluent family and he was a great modern Indian English literature, and he was one of the great poet in our country. So he was born in affluent family in Bengal in 1861. Besides being a poet, he was not a poet. He was one of the great novelists and essayist and dramatist. Rabindranath Tagore was born in affluent family in Bengal on 1861. He was not only a poet, he was also one of the great dramatists and novelist and essayist. And he was a great modern Indian English literature. So Tagore was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1913 for the book of his Gitanjali. He was the founder of the international famous institutions Vishwa Bharati at Shantiniketan. His poetry is profoundly and unmistakably Indian. He restates the wisdom of India in verse by meaning love, friendship, and music. The Vishwabharati, it was a famous institution in our country at Shantiniketan in Bengal. So now he was get a Nobel Prize in 1913 for his book of Gitanjali. So the most excellent poet of Rabindranath Tagore was write a poem of Upagupta. So who is the Upagupta? Upagupta is a disciple of the Lord of Buddhist. Lord of Buddha. Lord of Buddha. So you all know about the story of the Angulimala. Look the picture. So one side, one of the robber in the forest. Another one side, the Buddhist monk was came from in the midst of the forest. Anguli means in Kannada ಬೆರಳು. Figure. Mala means ಹಾರ. ಬೆರಳಿನ ಹಾರಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು? ಒಬ್ಬ ದರೋಡೆಕೋರ. ಬಹಳ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪ್ರಖ್ಯಾತ ಹಾಗೂ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ notorious robber Angulimala. He was lived in the forest. Once a day, the Buddhist monk was kept the same path to the forest. Then the notorious robber was attacked to the Buddhist monk in the middle of the forest. Then the Buddhist monk cannot fear to look the notorious robber of Angulimala, and he was told the answer in a soft corner. Angulimala ಒಬ್ಬ ದರೋಡೆಕೋರ ಆ ಬೌದ್ಧ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಯನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಅವನನ್ನ ಬೆದರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟರು ಕೂಡ ಅವನ ಬೆದರಿಕೆಗೆ ಅಂಜದೆ ಆ ಬೌದ್ಧ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಬಹಳ ಮೃದುವಾಗಿ ಶಾಂತ ಚಿತ್ತನಾಗಿ ಅವನು ಕೇಳುವ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಉತ್ತರಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ದರೋಡೆಕೋರನ ಕೊರಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೆರಳುಗಳ ಹಾರವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಇದೇ ಇದು ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈ ಹಾಬಿ, ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಹವ್ಯಾಸ. ಯಾರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಗವಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂತವರ ಬೆರಳುಗಳನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟುಂಡು ಮಾಡಿ ತನ್ನ ಕೊರಳಿಗೆ ಹಾರವನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಒಂದು ಹವ್ಯಾಸ ನನಗೆ. ಹೀಗಿರುವಾಗ ಈಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಹಾರದ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮವೂ ಬೆರಳುಗಳು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬೆರಳಿನ ಹಾರ ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಠೋರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಒಬ್ಬ ದರೋಡೆಕೋರನನ್ನ ಶಾಂತ ಚಿತ್ತವಾಗಿ ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಂಡೊಯ್ಯುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಅಂಗುಲಿಮಾಲನಿಗೆ ಆ ಬೌದ್ಧ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವದತ್ತ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಎಂಬ ಬೌದ್ಧ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಮಧುರಾದ ಒಂದು ಬೀದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಆ ದಾರಿಯ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ನಡುರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಹೆಣ್ಣು, ಮೋರ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಪಾತ್, ಅದೇ ಮಾರ್ಗವಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಡವಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಎಡವಿ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಂತಚಿತ್ತರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಉಪಗುಪ್ತನ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯಾರಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ರವೀಂದ್ರನಾಥ್ ಠಾಗೂರ್ ಅವರು ಬಹಳ ಸ್ವಾರಸ್ಯಕರವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಚಿಂತನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತನ ಒಂದು ಶಾಂತ ಚಿತ್ತತೆ, ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸೊಗಸಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರವೀಂದ್ರನಾಥ್ ಠಾಗೂರ್ ಅವರು ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ look the picture. a B-side of the wall in the Mathura. The Upagupta was lay on the dusty ground. At the same night, Vasavadatta, she is a more beautiful girl and more youth, was kept on the same path in the midnight. He was fell down on the Upagupta. So the situation is very different situations. The time is also more different. So then suddenly the Upagupta was woke up from the sleep and he was suggested to the dancing girl of the Vasavadatta. Look, open the textbook. Upagupta was a disciple of the Buddha. Lay asleep on the dusty by the city wall of Mathura. Lamps were all out, doors were all shut, and stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August, whose feet were those tinkling with anklets. Touching his breast of a sudden, he woke up, startled, and the light from a woman's lamp struck his forgiving eyes. It was a dancing girl, starred with jewels, wearing a pale blue mantle, drunk with the wine of her youth. She lowered her lamp and saw the young face, so sternly beautiful. Forgive me, young ascetic, said the woman. Graciously come to my house. The dusty earth is not a fit bed for you. The young ascetic answered, woman, go on your way. When the time is ripe, I will come to you. Suddenly the black light showed his teeth in a flash of lightning. The storm growled from the corner of the sky, and the woman trembled in fear of some unknown danger. A year has not yet passed. It was evening of a day in April, in the spring season. The branches of the wayside trees were full of blossom. Gay notes of the flute come floating in the warm spring air from afar. Upagupta passed through the city gates and stood at the base of the rampart. Was that a woman laying at his feet in the shadow of the mango groves? Struck with the black pestilence, her body spotted with the sores of a small fox. She was hurriedly driven away from the town to avoid a poisonous contagion. The ascetic sat by her side, took her head on his knee, and moistened her lips with water and smeared her body with a sandal balm. Who are you, merciful one? Asked the woman. The time at last has come to visit you, and I am here, replied young ascetic. You all know about the story of the mental. Mental means loose cloth. Disciple. Student. Or followers. Upagupta was a disciple of the Buddhist monk. Upagupta was a disciple of the Buddhist monk. ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಇವರು ಒಬ್ಬ ಬೌದ್ಧ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ. He was lay on the ground beside of the path. ರಸ್ತೆಯ ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪಾದಾಚಾರಿಗಳು ಓಡಾಡುವಂತಹ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ he was lay ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. At the same night, ಅದೇ ರಾತ್ರಿ, one of the dancer, ಒಬ್ಬ ನೃತ್ಯಗಾರ್ತಿ, she was more famous and popular in the city of Mathura. ಮಥುರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಖ್ಯಾತವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಬಹಳ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ನೃತ್ಯಗಾರ್ತಿ. She was more beauty and more youthful, and he was drinking wine for their youth. ಅವಳು ಆ ದಿನ ರಾತ್ರಿ ತನ್ನ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ತನ್ನ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕವಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ತನ್ನ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು he was drinking wine and came to the same path. At the midnight, ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಧ್ಯರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, the beautiful girls was holding one of the lamp in his hand. He was came from the same path, and she fell down, struck by the tinkling with the anklets. ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಮಯ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಸಮಯ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, all doors are shut, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಾಗಿಲುಗಳು ಮುಚ್ಚಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿವೆ. The stars are hiding in the, ಆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ in the cloud, ಆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಗಳು ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳು hiding in a cloud in the sky, and the lamps were all out, the street lamps, no light at the moment. ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. The all power will be cut, the lamps will be out, all doors are shut in the street, the star was hiding in the cloud in the sky. So then she was holding a lamp in her hand. He came to the same path. Whose feet were those tinkling with the anklets, touching his breast of a sudden. ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಂಕ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ಎ ಟಿಂಕ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಂಕ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್, ಟಿಂಕ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಎಡವಿ. He was fell down on the Upagupta. He was touched her breast. ಅವಳ ಹೃದಯದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕೆ ಮುಗ್ಗರಿಸಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಳು ಯಾರು? Who was she? She is a dancing girl in Mathura. She was starred with the jewels, starred, shining with the jewels. She was wearing more valuable jewels in her body. So all jewels, she was starred by the jewels. ಆ jewels, ಆಭರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಪಳ 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 ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. Wearing a pale blue mantle. She was wearing, ಧರಿಸಿದ್ದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಬಟ್ಟೆಯನ್ನ? pale blue mantle, ನೇರಳೆ ಬಣ್ಣದ ಬಟ್ಟೆಯನ್ನ ಆಕೆ ಧರಿಸಿದ್ದು. She was wearing pale blue mantle. Mantle means dress, cloth. Drink with the wine of her youth. Drink with the wine of her youth. ತನ್ನ ಯುವತಿಗೆ, ತನ್ನ ಯೌವನಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳು ವೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಳು. She lowered her lamp and saw the young face utterly beautiful. She lowered her lamp. ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಬೆಳಕಿಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಳ ಮುಖ utterly beautiful. She was more beautiful. Forgive me, young ascetic, said the woman. ಆಗ ಸೊ ಆ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತನ ಕುರಿತು ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತು ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ಓ young ascetic, you are forgive to me. ಓ ಯುವ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ, you have cannot know to me, then ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? You have forgive to me, you have forgive me, you have forget me. ನನ್ನನ್ನ ಮರೆತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ? Graciously come to my house. The dusty earth is not fit bed for you. Graciously come to my house. ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಾ. The dusty earth, it is not a fit bed to you. ಈ ಡಸ್ಟಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಮಣ್ಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಸಮಂಜಸವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. So I will hardly welcome to you. Come with my house. Come with me to my house. ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಆ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬುದ್ಧಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಂಕನ, ಬೌದ್ಧನ ಡಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬುದ್ಧಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಂಕನ್ನ ಕಳೆದಾಗ ದ ಬುದ್ಧಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಂಕ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಥುರಾದ ಆ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So what did he say? ವಾಸ್ತವತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? The young ascetic answered, ಆ ಯುವ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಗೋ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೇ, ನಿನ್ನ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದುಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಗು. ವೆನ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪ್, ಪಕ್ವವಾದ ಕಾಲ ಕೂಡಿ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಯು, ನಾನೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ, ನಾನೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ. Suddenly the black light showed its teeth in a flash of lightning. ಆ ಒಂದು ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ their teeth was showed with a flashing with the lamp light. The storm was growled from the corner of the sky. The storm, ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ, growled the corner of the sky. ಆಕಾಶದ ಒಂದು ತುದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ, ಒಂದು ತುದಿಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಟೋರಮ್ ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಅಬ್ಬರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. The woman was trembling the fear of some, it is unknown danger. The woman was trembled in a fear. ಆ ಮಹಿಳೆ trembled means fear, trembled with fear, ನಡುಗುವುದು with a fear. So this moment was most dangerous situation nowadays. So she was left the place, she went to the house. After 1 year it passed. It was the time of the evening, the day of April. ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ತಿಂಗಳ ಒಂದು ಸಂಜೆಯ ಹೊತ್ತು, 1 ವರ್ಷ ಕಳೆದ ಮೇಲೆ, the time of the April ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ವಸಂತ ಕಾಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. The spring season ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. The spring season. In the spring season, all branches of the tree and they were full of the blossom, and gave notice of the fruit came floating in the warm spring air from afar. Upahukta passed through the city gates in the month of April. Once evening day, he came from the city through the city gates and stood at the base of the rampart. ಅಳುವುದು ನಗುವುದು ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿ.